Okay, I think we are live. Let me just double check on screen share. Okay. I don't see share screen. Looks like the menu has changed. Give me just a second. Okay. I think I've got it. Okay, we're at 7-0 New England, who is the underdog by regular season record. And they get a touchdown early. There's a 1-yard run by James Conner. 2nd 9, Seattle with the ball at their own 21, 10-12 left in the first. Brian Holmberg has got the New England Patriots, who have a 7-0 lead. They've won 3 playoff games so far. So far, Seattle's won 2. I haven't looked up to see who's coaching the Seattle Seahawks, and I'll have to check that one out. Just kidding, guys. Everybody know who has Russell Wilson and the Seahawks if you're playing Stratomatic. There's a 20-yard pickup for Travis Kelce. He and Zach Ertz make a great tight end combination. Here's a 6-yard pickup to Kelce. Wilson, 2 for 2, both to Kelce on the drive. Second and 4. So look into Kelce, 1-man in zone, short gain, 16-yard pickup. And Seattle's got the ball down on the New England 37-yard line. Working on a 4-3 that has no 6 middle linebacker or outside linebackers. So West Coast offense will be used some. Here's Zach Ertz, 11-yard pickup, first down. Seattle moving the ball well, and I believe it will be their first possession. I missed the early part of the game getting set up. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, it looks like Seattle's only ran 5 plays so far. Connor gets right, gets 0, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Showing blitz. Looking to Kelce. He's being double teamed here. It's going to be incomplete. Third and 10, 4-2-5 blitz. Dennison, the base offense. Wilson looking deep. DeAndre Hopkins in the end zone. Touchdown. And that makes it 7-6. Gano on to try the extra point to tie the game. And we're knotted at 7. It's the kickoff. Kenye Wangu gets it out to the 19. Tom Brady back. 7-7 game. Elijah Mitchell, Chuba Hubbard in the backfield, left tackle Chuba Hubbard, and he's got 11 yards, first down. Again, working in the pro set. Seattle in the 3-4, no blitz. It's going to be off tackle left, guess wrong Hubbard. He's got 6, 2nd and 4, New England at their own 36. There's a left flat pass to Mitchell. One man in zone, makes the tackle, 3rd and 3. Pickup of 1. Staying in the pro set, 3-4. It's going to be short to Deontay Johnson. Brady takes off, gets past the chains, and picks up 4. 1st and 10, New England. Now we've got a 3 wide receiver, 2 running back set, and the defense goes 3-3-5. Double teams on a couple of guys. Off tackle left, Chuba Hubbard, and nice pickup, 17 yards. Carlos Dunlop trying to get upfield and get to Brady. Did not hold containment, and Chuba Hubbard scooted right past him in that open hole. And that's 3 carries, 34 yards for Hubbard. 1st and 10. Goes to the same set, and a left tackle, this time from the 3-4. Kevin Zeitler could not make the block. He normally would have, but the 3 wide receiver set knocks your offensive line down by 1 run blocking, so he only got a 2-yard gain instead of 7. 2nd and 8. Ball at the Seattle 40. Blitz being shown, pro set. It's going to be a look in, nobody in the zone, lots of blitzers. And it's going to get 14. Elijah Mitchell could have gotten 30, but he gets capped at 14, so left some meat on the bone there. Pro set 3-4. Ball at the Seattle 26, 2 minutes left in the first. Be Will Dissly on a look in, and he makes the best play he can make, 14 yards, his top reading on a flat. And once again, New England right down there. Got a blitz being shown, pro set. It's going to be a right flat to Dissly. Will not be a blitz, but he gets a 3-yard loss. Ashton Davis makes a nice play. 2nd and 13, blitz being shown, pro set. It's going to be off tackle left, Elijah Mitchell. He gets the block, picks up 6. Trent Williams, old reliable. And it'll set up a 3rd and 7 at the 9. So containment is off. No flat passes. It's going to be off tackle left, Mitchell. And he gets 1 yard. Michael Reeves' dreaded 5. Here's Robbie Gould on. He nails the short field goal, 10-7 New England, as we begin the 2nd quarter of the S28 Championship. Ball's out on the 30 for Russell Wilson, down 10-7. It's going to be a long to Cooper Kupp. Guessed right, incomplete. It would have been incomplete, guess wrong, but good goal by Brian there. James Conner, one of those guys you can't completely shut down by calling guessed right, but you don't want him running guessed wrong on you. He will keep moving the chains. There's another long pass, this time to Hopkins. One man in zone. Russell Wilson takes off, picks up 6. It's 3rd and 4. No blitz being shown. Seattle goes to, or New England rather, stays in the 4-3. It's going to be short to James Conner. Guessed right. Blitz. It's going to be complete. 15 yards for Conner. 1st and 10, Seattle. Just past midfield at the New England 49. Flat pass right to Zach Ertz. It's going to be incomplete. Wilson's got a pretty good flat card compared to some of his early career, but he's still got an incompletion there on 5, which I'm sure if you're the guy that has did it, Russell Wilson like Dennis, seems like it comes up a lot more than just 1 out of every 9 times off the quarterback card. Here we are, 2nd and 10. It's going to be an end run, 5-yard pickup for Tony Pollard, his first carry of the game. Third and 5. Base set, base defense. Off tackle left, James Conner. He only gets 1. Set up 4th and 4 at the New England 43. Dennis will go for it. And he is in base set. All 3 linebackers are 4 against the pass, but they all do have at least a 4 versus run contain. Nobody has a 6. And it's going to be off tackle left. James Conner picks up 6 yards, first down. Four carries, 8 yards for Conner. Just under 11 minutes to go. Off tackle, picks up 1. Nice play there by David Onyemata. Set, go. Onyemata's been a 5 a couple years in a row here. He's normally a better pass rusher than he is this year. Ooh, flat pass not intercepted. James Conner picks up 1, tipped by the defensive lineman there and almost picked off, but Conner ends up making a yard, setting up 3rd and 8. (4-2-5) defense, base offense, which is 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and James Conner. It's going to be a left tackle draw to Conner. Containment will be in effect. 1 yard. He wanted to get a little closer. He may go for it here anyway. No, he's going to try the long field goal with Gano. Will he be able to make a long one? 51 yards. Gano for Gano. New England will take over in good field position at their own 41, up 10-7, 8:42 remaining, first half. It's going to be off tackle right, guessed wrong, Elijah Mitchell. He's got a short game, 17-yard pickup. It's going to get him to the Seattle 42. Ooh, defensive end Derek Barnett is only a 5. Well, that's good. I'm sorry. He is a 5. Makes a play against a white roll 4 and potential 17-yard pickup is 0. 2nd and 10. There's an off tackle left, Elijah Mitchell. He's got 6, setting up 3rd and 4 at the Seattle 36. Just under 7 minutes left in the half. Game moving at a brisk pace so far. Double team correctly, but Deontay Johnson makes a catch. Brady threading the needle there in year 44 of his career. 1st and 10 at the Seattle 25. Guess wrong, short to Deontay Johnson again. Incomplete. Fabian Moreau, who's a 4, makes the play. Those 4s come up 1/3 of the time. When they come up, you play as well as a 6. So always like having a 4 versus a 0. Gives you a little chance. Ball down to the Seattle 15, 10-yard pickup. Guess wrong. Brady hits Mitchell. And here's Brady hitting Chuba Hubbard, the other running back, 8 yards. Hubbard's rated fullback and halfback. Very valuable rating. Allows you to use him with someone else. Especially nice in the pro set, which comes in handy on 3rd and short. But if you've got a good second runner, you can use it more often. Hubbard stopped. No gain. Guess wrong. That would have been 4 yards. It's going to set up 3rd and 2 at the Seattle 7. It's going to be a short pass. Guess wrong. Deontay Johnson again. 14-yard pickup, touchdown. And New England jumps up 16-7 with the extra point coming. And it's good, 17-7. Brian's got the lead before the half here. Seattle will get the ball to start the second half. They'd like to be able to cut this to a 1-score game in the last 4 minutes and then get the ball back. James Conner's got a lot of carries. Let's see where he's at. 16 remaining. Off tackle left, Conner. He's got a short gain. He's got a nice one, 19 yards. Best run of the day for James Conner. He's now 7 carries, 29 yards. "17 chances of short gain or better on that card. Guess wrong, off tackle. Very nice. There's a flat pass to Zach Ertz. Going to catch it. I didn't see the yardage. He's not going to fumble. Looks like he's got about 7, setting up 2nd and 3. Ball with the New England 49. We're under 3 minutes left in the half. Looking at Ertz. He's got 8 yards here. Russell Wilson, 9 for 12, 110 yards. 3 catches for 26 yards for Ertz. 2:06 remaining. 1st and 10 at the New England 41. It's going to be a short pass to Cooper Kupp, 15 yards. Guess wrong. And the 2-minute warning. We'll pause the game here. 2 minutes. Base set. Base defensive formation. Flat pass rise to Kelsey. He's going to pick up 30. And he's into the end zone. It was a white die 6, but I don't think there was anybody in the zone. No, nobody in the zone either. And Kelsey takes it in the end zone, and Seattle makes it a 17-14 game. Still a minute 45 remaining, first half. We get a touchback, so Tom Brady's got plenty of time, 3 timeouts. Three wide receiver, 2 running back set. Seattle deciding whether a 3-4 or 3-3-5. They'll do the 3-3-5 and not show blitz. Sure, Dennis is thinking, if I get a quick 3 and out, I've got time to score still. It's going to be off tackle left. Elijah Mitchell gets the block, picks up 7. Got downgraded by 1 by the formation, but Kevin Zeitler still able to make the block. 2nd and 3. Going to a hurry up here. It's going to be off tackle left again. 1 yard pickup. Third and 2, 1 minute remaining. Offense comes to the line quickly. We'll see if Seattle stays in the base D or takes a timeout, or stays in the 3-3-5, I should say, or takes a timeout to get back in a base D. It's calling a run from the 3-3-5, off tackle left, 2 yard pickup, first down. We'll see a quick timeout here. 52 seconds remaining, and New England's still got a couple. From our own 35. I heard earlier somebody called this a Michael Jordan day because today is 2-3-23. It's a short pass incomplete, almost picked off. Seattle with a correct double team on Adam Thielen. Go to the 3 wide receiver, 2 running back set again. Seattle 3-3-5, no blitz. Double teams on a couple of guys. Mitchell runs for 4. Jonathan Allen makes the play. Defense calls timeout here, 3rd and 6. New England with the ball at their own 39. Three wide receiver, 2 running back set against the 3-3-5. It's going to be off tackle right to Mitchell, gets strong. 1 yard pickup. We'll see another defensive timeout. There it goes. Seattle down to 1, 4th and 5. Punt unit on. Looking for, there's a 51-yarder. D.D. Westbrook underneath it. Gets the 12 on the defensive roll, 3 yards. It seems if you've got a 12 on the punt return coverage or kickoff return coverage and you're in a playoff game, it's going to come up. On average, get around 35, 36 special teams rolls every game. So on average, a 2, a 12, a 3, 11 are going to come up. Sometimes not at all, sometimes a couple of times. So it's not all that weird seeing a low number on a punt return, kickoff return, because there's a lot of them in a game. Okay, ball at their own 12. It's going to be a left-end run for Tony Pollard. Just misses the plus 58. He gets 5. He does not get out of bounds. It's going to put a cramp in Dennis's style, because now he's got 15 seconds. He's going to have to make his play here. He can still spike the ball and get the field goal unit on, but one play from now and you've got to pretty much score a touchdown. No clock stoppages for penalties or injuries. So you need to get in field goal range or score here. But you can still spike it here. Get another playoff. It's going to be another end run Pollard. He's only going to get 1. If it doesn't go out of bounds, it does not. He does not take the timeout. And New England leads 17-14 after 1 half, I should say. And we're going to get started right away. That's a pretty quick first half, about 32 minutes. And Seattle's got the ball at their own 30-yard line to start, down 17-14. Off right tackle, guessed wrong. 17-yard pickup for James Conner. Nice couple of last carries after a slow start for Conner. Now he's got him up to 8 carries, 46 yards, 5.8 a carry. Linebacker Conner, guessed right. Center makes the block, 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7. Seattle's got the ball at midfield, early part of the second half. It's going to be a guess wrong. Flat pass to James Conner is going to pick up 14 yards. And Seattle's got the ball at the edge of field goal range at the New England 36. So looking to Cooper Kupp. It's going to be guessed right with 1 man in zone. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Graham Gano is 2 through 7 and 12, 50 plus, and then 2 through 10 inside of 50. James Conner loses a yard. Must have been a draw. Guess right. Doesn't say correct key. 3rd and 11 at the New England 37. Short to Kupp. Incomplete. He's going to go for it here. Field goal is good through 2 through 7 and 12 to the 38-yard line. So part of that might get knocked off by the variable field goal. So it wouldn't be full 2 through 7 and 12. I think Dennis is thinking about the field goal anyway, but he's going to go with the short pass to Ertz, double team, incomplete. Would have been incomplete, I believe. Yeah, guess right. Nice call there by Brian. New England with the ball. Survived the first possession of New England to start the half. New England still up 17-14. There's a 4-yard pass. Brady finds Thielen. First catch for Thielen on the day. Brady 12 of 16, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He's going short to Thielen. Brady's under some pressure. He's going to look elsewhere. He's got a short game, 17-yard pickup. Deontay Johnson, who has had 4 catches, 58 yards, and a pair of touchdowns already. New England with the ball at the Seattle 42, trying to add to their 3-point lead. Guess wrong, short to Thielen. It's going to be incomplete. Got the interception split, but it's not been a problem for Mr. Brady typically during his career. One of the all-time lowest interception percentages, along with guys like Mahomes, Prescott. This is a short pass. No, a long pass guessed wrong, or guessed right, I'm sorry. Long pass guessed right, incomplete, just misses the long game. 3rd and 10 at the Seattle 42. 3-3-5 blitz. Might see a draw here. Going short to Thielen again. He is double teamed. No blitz. Brady's looking elsewhere. He's got a 4-yard dump off to Mitchell. It's going to be 4th and 6 at the Seattle 38. We'll see how Brian wants to play it here. He's going for it. I agree with the call. It's not guaranteed that you're going to punt into a touchback, but if you do, you're only getting 18 yards. Three wide receiver, 2 running backs. 4th and 6, 3-3-5, no blitz. It's short enough you could throw a flat pass here. 3rd and 8, probably not, but 3rd and 6, you might see a flat pass here. Dennis probably going to go with a couple of double teams, but he might try to flood a flat zone. Big play in the game. Got a good chance of points if you're New England if you pick up this first down. Short to Deontay Johnson, not double teamed. Guarded by 4. Beats the 4, picks up 14. Fabian Moreau made an earlier play, could not make the play on a white die 6. And Brady's got a first down at the 24 by Seattle. Good call by Brian there. 3 running back, 2 wide receiver, 3-3-5. It's going to be a flat left to Chuba Hubbard. 1 man in zone, guessed wrong. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. Same formations, blitz being shown on defense here. It's going to be a flat pass guessed right to Thielen. And he loses a yard. Shaq Griffin makes the play. 3rd and 7. Now, sack is unlikely to knock you out of nice field goal range here. 3-3-5 blitz. Dennis hoping to get the sack fumble and just take the ball. It's off tackle left Hubbard. And Jonathan Allen couldn't make the play, but only a 3-yard pickup. And it's 4th and 4 at the Seattle 18. We'll see Robbie Gould, I feel. Brian might be feeling the same thing I'm feeling. He's thinking about it. I look at it as 4 yards. You're only up by 3. Go ahead and get up by 6, and he is going to go with the field goal. It's 4th and 1, 4th and 2. A little more likely to go for it, but 4 yards is going to be hard to pick up if it's a guess right run. And you don't always get 4 yards on flat passes either if it's off the D card. Okay, we've had a couple of potential fumbles, but the white die has been above 4 or above. So we haven't had any kickoff return fumbles, but that was a short one, 13 yards. Seattle taking over at their own 16, 6 minutes left, down 20-14. There's Wilson looking deep. It's going to be picked off. Andrew Sendejo. And Sendejo gets a couple of blocks and brings it back 20 yards to the Seattle 26. Now you're really happy you took that last field goal. Now if you get a field goal, you've got a 9-point lead. So it takes a little pressure off just taking the points there. Of course, if he had a 10-point lead, he'd feel even better, wouldn't he? See how Brian handles it here. Playing with a little bit of house money here. It's going to be a short game guessed right by Elijah Mitchell. Big 6. 1st and 10 at the Seattle 12. Mitchell's 14 carries, 88 yards. He's down to 8 unfatigued carries. Hubbard still has 11 unfatigued. And here's Hubbard. He's in the end zone. 7 carries, 48 yards, 1 touchdown. And they're going to take the 1. I think it's a little early to go ahead and start chasing points and trying to even things up at 7s and 3s. I think you just take the points that's sitting in front of you here. He does. It's 27-14 New England. Just under 5 minutes left, 3rd quarter. I'm going to grab coffee. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. 1st and 10. Seattle at their own 40. Let's see what happened here. After the touchback and incomplete on a double team to Kelsey, And Kyle Rudolph, 15-yard pickup with no defender on a short pass. Connor guessed wrong, no gain. The dreaded Michael Reeves 5. Just check. I was thinking Michael might be able to join for the broadcast. So far, not. Anybody's welcome to help hop on. It's always good to post on incomplete. Post on Slack that you're doing it, because I can see Slack giving me a notification that somebody's joining. So after an incompletion by Wilson on the 2nd and 10, we've got a 3rd and 10 at the Seattle 40. And it looks like I don't see the punter on Dennis's sidelines here. So there's a 9-yard pickup. But on run contain, it only ended up being 8. Pierre Desir makes the play. And now we've got a big play. 4th and 2, Seattle at their own 48. Just over 2 minutes remaining, down by 13. The off tackle left. Connor guessed wrong, but lots of into the zone. And he stopped. Linebacker at zone. Chandler Jones makes the play. And Tom Brady and New England take over at the Seattle 48. 2:06 remaining, 3rd quarter, up by 13. So field goal here makes it a 16-point game. And even though it's possible to make the 2 extra points back to back, probably looking at, I don't know, what are 2-point conversions, maybe 60% of the time. So back to backs, about 1 in 3 chance. So a 16-point lead's a lot different than 13. So you'd like to get the field goal, but really would love to get the touchdown. And definitely anytime you run off the clock is good. Here's a 7-yard pickup. Zeitler made the play on a white roll 5, being in the base set. By base, I mean basically a 2 running back, 1 tight end set, or 1 running back and 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Chuba Hubbard picks up 11 there, and now they're down at the Seattle 30. Seattle showing blitz. They really need a kind of a momentum-changing play here. Off tackle left, Hubbard. 2-men in zone, guess wrong. No gain. Deontay Johnson not making any blocks over there. 2nd and 10. Not showing blitz on 2nd down. It's guess right and run Elijah Mitchell. He loses 2. He doesn't have any big losses there, but he does have a couple of -2s, and he found one of them on that roll, setting up 3rd and 12 at the Seattle 32. We'll check out Robbie. Robbie's 2 through 8, 23 to 32, and then 2 through 6. So he's not really house money at this point. Guessed wrong, short Disley. He picks up 11, 4th and 1. Yeah, he's probably going to go for it here. Again, 16-point is a lot different than 13-point lead. But 4th and 1, most of us go for it. He will go for it, especially him. He's got a couple of running backs. That really helps. If you've got a good second option at running back, it gives you a little bit higher chances of making a 4th down run. It's just harder to key. I don't know that Mitchell's great guess right. I think Hubbard's pretty reasonable. Yeah, Mitchell's nothing to write home about. Guess right. I wish they wouldn't allow spectators to pull up lineup changes. Okay, he has called a play. Seattle thinking about their defensive alignment here. going to be guessed wrong, short to Deontay Johnson. He's got 14, down to the 7. Now, one of the biggest benefits, of course, if you get 7, you've got a much higher chance of winning than just getting 3 there. But you also get to run some more clock here. He's going for the touchdown right here, short to Deontay Johnson, and he's in for the 3rd time today. 7 catches, 93 yards, and hit pay dirt 3 times, and it's 33-14. We might see him go for 2 at this stage of the game. He's just going to take the 1, take his 20-point lead. Thirteen and a half minutes remaining. Dennis has pulled the chestnuts out of the fire many times, being down similar, but it's not easy. 20 is a lot. And the defense will be at a 4-2-5 here. And I believe that's the stipulation of being ahead by 15 or more in the 4th quarter. There's a pickup of 6 for Connor. And mostly he's going to have to do some throwing. Just take too much dang time off the clock to run it a whole lot. There's a look in. Guess wrong. 4-yard pickup. 1st down. At least when you're throwing and you don't get your roll, some of those are incomplete. Whereas it's pretty much going to eat 36 seconds every play you run it. 4-2-5 again. It's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Dennis will not punt here unless it's like 4th and 27. $12 minutes to go. There's a draw. Guess wrong. Defense. James Smith-Williams, defensive end, does not make the play on a white roll 6. So we'll set up 3rd and 5. And the same offensive and defensive sets, 4-2-5 against the 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver look. He can get contained by moving somebody down, and he does. Off tackle draw. Connor, he's got 17, beats the same. No, he beats Bravian Roy that time. Defensive tackle, 0 compared to a white roll 5. And they're at the New England 43. Looking to Connor, incomplete. So we get a little bit of bait and switch going by Brian. He's showing the open look in, but he's not leaving it open. 10:30 to go, so it's a while before you can run out of bounds plays. There's a flat pass to Connor. It's going to pick up 7, no man in zone. It'll be 3rd and 3. We're under 10 minutes. Of course, you can't have a 10-minute drive, but you absolutely have to score here if you're Dennis. You don't want to see New England get the ball and need another 2 minutes off and still be down by 20. 5-yard pickup there. It'll get a 1st down at the New England 31. 9:18 remaining. Kind of like to get the ball in the end zone in the next minute or less. There's a draw, guessed wrong. Guard's not going to make the block over there. And it's going to set up second and 10. Guessed wrong draw. Gets the block. Taylor Lewan, 8-yard pickup. It's going to set up third and 2. 8:06 remaining now. Still 23 yards from the end zone. Off tackle, Connor, 2-yard pickup, guessed right. Good call. Would have been 22 guessed wrong. Would have got him down to the 1. It's first and 10 at the 21. Tony Pollard in now. 7.5 minutes remain. And run Pollard, he's got 6. Second and 4 at the 15. Short to Hopkins, guessed right. 1 blitzer. It's going to be a short game, 16 yards. He's over the goal line. And Seattle's cut it to 34-20. Probably take the extra point. Conventional, yes. Graham Gano out. Banks at home, 34-21. Now, if you were to go for the onside and miss it and give up a field goal, that's going to put you down 16. And again, that's tough territory in a way. He is going to go for the onside. Does not get it. New England will take over at their own 46. 6:18 to go. Flat pass right to Hubbard, guessed right. He gets the white die 6, 9 yards. Sets up second and 1. If it got to be 4th and 1, this is a curious place on the field. You may not go for it. Just due to the score, you wouldn't want to give Seattle an extra 30 yards of field position. 1 yard loss for Hubbard. It's going to set up third and 2. Bobby Wagner had to be a 6 to make a play on that one, and he was. Against the run, Bobby Wagner still outstanding. Off tackle right, Mitchell got the block. Huge block. Dwayne Brown a 5 compared to white die 4. Gets 3 instead of 0 and picks up the third and 2. First down, 4.5 minutes remaining. That was a big one. Well, spectator joined and then left the game. Must be from Los Angeles. I don't know the fans in Los Angeles are actually that way. That's just been one of her on television for years. Just kind of make a cameo appearance. Oh, I was there. Second and 12. Left tackle Hubbard, guessed wrong, got 7. Setting up third and 5 at the Seattle 38. A lot of those old stereotypes were very inaccurate. I remember the Rams playing in the 70s. Whenever there would be a game there, they would show like, you know, frisbee tosses in the parking lot and They'd find a couple of people wearing tie-dye. There's a pickup of 6, cut down to 3. Robert Quinn making the play, 4th and 2. All the same, the Rams are like a total smash mouth football team. They run the ball, 40 times a game. They 73, I believe they averaged something like 210 yards rushing and gave up 90 or something. I mean, really physical football team, but that's not how ABC and NBC and CBS wanted to portray them. It was Los Angeles, and by gosh, we're going to make it look like Los Angeles. Short pass to Disley on 4th and 2, and he picks it up. Not wanting to take the long field goal, and that is going – it was going to be tough anyway, but that's going to make it really tough. 2:06 remaining, 34-21, 1st and 10. Wouldn't shock me just to see 3 kneel downs, take your field goal attempt. He's going short pass to Disley again. Go big or go home. And it's a fumble. Offense does recover. The only thing that would really hurt you here is to have a turnover that turns into a touchdown. Brady with a fumble on a 1. He has a snap fumble 1, and that was the 1 in 1,000. Seems those come up a little more than normal, but that's what they're supposed to anyway. Here's another short pass. Adam Thielen this time guessed wrong. 14 yards. We'll see if Seattle, they will burn a timeout. I would too. Doesn't matter what you lose by, but if there's only short passes, you could always get a pick 6 or a sack return fumble. Calling run, 4 men in the short zone. Short pass once again. This one's going to go into the end zone. And that's going to make it 40-21. Gould for the extra point. That makes it 41-21. And as Porky would say, that's all, folks. It'll be a touchback. They don't do the good games, congratulations things until the end of the game. And Dennis, I don't believe, will either. He'll go ahead and play it out here. And he runs the ball to Connor. Takes time out. Long Hopkins. Chandler Jones is getting to Wilson for the sack. Loss of 9. Seattle uses their 3rd timeout. 3rd and 16, 1:22 remaining. Off tackle draw. Connor picks up 10. One minute left, 4th and 6. And just got a couple kneel downs here to run the clock out. So Brian Holmberg is going to be the champion in 2022. Congratulations, Brian. Very well played game. 41-21 over Seattle and Dennis. I'm not sure if Brian has won a championship in S28. Well coached game by Dennis. And that's what Dennis said it to Brian, I should say. And I think both coaches coached very well. Take a look at the stats here. 394 yards for New England, 336 for Seattle. New England 25 first downs, Seattle 18. One turnover in the game. That was Russell Wilson throwing a pick. Brady 24-30, 230 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Looks like a number 12 I remember from the NFL. Elijah Mitchell, 18 for 90 rushing, and Chuba Hubbard, 12 of 70 or 12 for 72. And the big receiving guy, Deontay Johnson, 7 for 93, 3 TDs. Very nice game for Deontay Johnson. Okay. Looks like Brian's got to pick up his daughter. So I'm not having anybody jumping on here. And for Seattle, Travis Kelce, leading receiver, 4 for 68. Russell Wilson, 16 for 27, 206, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Nice game for Russell Wilson. And James Conner had a slow start to the game, man. That was a point in time where Seattle wasn't scoring a lot early in the game. They got 2 touchdowns in the first half, and that's kind of light by, the standards very high that Dennis sets. But Conner picked it up and ended up 23 for 116. But I remember early in the game, he was, I don't know, like 6 carries, 15 yards, something like that. So we're going to wrap this up. Again, congratulations to both coaches, Dennis, on another really good, strong season, finishing second overall this year. And, of course, to Brian Holmberg for winning the championship. Okay, great. Looks like Dennis is going to join. Okay.
Hey, I don't want to sound like you're going to wrap it up, so I don't want to take too long, but just want to say congratulations to Brian. He called a great game. I mean, he really had me mixed up, and I should have been more patient, like I was against Zeb, more flat passing. Um, and I just, I couldn't stop him on offense. What Brady was like 24 of 30 or
Yep.
25 of 31, something like that. And then his passing at the end reminded me of me when I have a lead, like expecting the run call and throwing against it. I was hoping against hope that he would, throw a 4-minute zone pick and regret passing that ball. But I'm sure people say the same things when I do that strategy. So he just called a great game. I don't think I um, took him lightly by any means, but I certainly expected it to be closer. You know what I mean? I expected us to be able to move the ball as well, and he moved the ball fantastic, and I couldn't do it. And he, you know, really did a good job of forcing the issue by running the ball a lot in the first half. Then when I started to call run, that freed up his short pass. That's a great game plan, and that works well in Strat, and he did it perfectly.
Yeah, I thought a couple of your drives kind of stalled the first half. Some of James Conner's guess wrong runs would be like 0 or
Right.
+2, and it's kind of getting you behind the chains, and you're like, I don't know if I can flat on 2nd and 10 here, and it kind of makes you speed up your offense a little bit sometimes. And I
Yeah.
want to ask you, do you also think Chuba Hubbard being rated at fullback, it's a really nice asset to have?
Well, absolutely, and he used it well because I mean I never really keyed on Elijah Mitchell, but
Uh,
there was times where I would call run and he would hit a short gain anyway. And then so like it made me not even want to key because I'd have to deal with Chuba running guest wrong.
mhm.
So yeah, that's a nice little 1-2 punch. And I don't think I got that many double teams correctly. Uh, so he and then when I did get it correct, Brady would hit his 7 roll. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those games where you have everything, going your way, and it's hard for the opponent to stop you. And I thought he did a good job of that. I
Yeah.
think this is really these two teams. It's a good matchup. I think it's a 50-50 type game. But today it was just like really lopsided in his favor. And some of that's coaching, some of that's dice, and some of that's just um, being able to overcome certain factors. His calls on fourth and fourth down,
Mhm.
plugging the zone. He didn't necessarily call it right, but he plugged the zone, and because the zone was plugged, that was right.
Yeah.
So
And
no, great job, great
yeah,
job.
you notice he stuck with the short pass, even on downs where you might think, 4th and 2, he's going to throw a flat. Stuck with the short pass a lot, and I think you got one stop on your right from your right quarterback, but otherwise, short to Deontay Johnson was money. I mean, he
Yep,
got 3 touchdowns and seemed like every big play, even like the time you double teamed him, plus 11 on Brady's card.
right, right. I needed one of those stops, and I needed one of my guys, one of my drives not to get stopped, and then it would have been like a one-score game towards the end. So,
Yeah,
but that's
and
not the way it worked out tonight.
yep, and he had the only turnover, got a 20-yard return, so immediately he's right back in scoring position. Very tough
Hmm.
to overcome, but and I know you felt like I did when you got the ball with like 11 minutes, 12 minutes to go, but you're down by 20.
Takes
First,
too long.
you have to score a touchdown, but
Yeah,
the other guy knows that too, and he doesn't want to give one up the first 3 minutes. So you
right.
have to chew up 6 or 7 minutes, get it to a closer game, and then you've got to get at least one of the two onside kicks probably coming up.
Yeah, and I played Somifa earlier today, semifinal.
Mhm.
I got behind 16-0 in that game, and I was able to make a comeback. Today I got behind by 10 and then by 12 or something like that. It's just too tough. Sometimes it's too tough to overcome that, especially with his pass rush. Even though he didn't get a sack, that that threat was always there, so I didn't feel as comfortable. And he double teamed really well. So
I thought that was probably figuring into your running a lot on the drive when you were down 20 to cut it
right,
down. Is you're like, I can't take an 8-yard sack and be in second and 18. I've got to score this drive. I can't punt this drive or end up in a
right. And he
fourth.
did get that one sack at the end, towards the end where it was like desperation time. So, but yeah, I think if I would do it again, maybe I spread them out, maybe do a lot more flat passing, slow down those linebackers, and really make them think hard about double teaming because then you're forced to leave a zone open. I think that was a strategy mistake on my part. But Russell's not the best flat passer, but still, I think that would have been a better strategy than what I did. So,
Always good to look back and try to figure out what you could have done different, but we don't know,
but he
going
deserved. I
into
mean,
what somebody's about to do. So
yeah, certainly a worthy champion coming from the sixth seed in a tough conference and playing with the average against the good pass defense for the first 2 rounds, and then the last the semifinal he got the good, and then finally this one we were both average.
mhm.
But anyway, like I said, he had to climb up a mountain to get here, and he did well.
Yeah, I
So
always feel like one of the keys to any title is getting that first round bye, and that's just one less game something could go wrong for you in.
right, yep, and even without that, he was able to keep it rolling. So
Yeah, there was only like 3 or 4 teams that were actually above 10-6 this year. Lots of teams around the median in
yeah,
S28 this year.
yeah, it was a good league. It was a lot of fun, and I appreciate you calling the game here. I'm gonna listen to it after we get done. So thanks again,
Okay,
Tim. I
you're welcome,
appreciate it.
and congratulations on a great season to you, and especially Brian on the championship.
Yeah, I know a lot of people when they lose a championship, they feel like, oh, yeah, it was a great season. Sure, it was, but only one person's going to win the league every year. So you got to be happy with wherever you wind up.
Yeah, and it's a
So
lot more fun to win a playoff game and then win another one and get to the championship than to get beaten round one. And you're
there
like
you go.
watching these other games, you're like, and that could have been me.
Yeah, yeah. So all right, man. Good stuff. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care, Dennis. Good
All
night.
right. Bye.